In Ghost of Tsushima, betrayal cuts deeper than any blade, and no betrayal strikes harder than that of Ryuzo, the once trusted friend of Jin Sakai. On the surface, Ryuzo seems like just another opportunist, a warrior who turned on his friend for the enemy's gold. But dig deeper and you will find a man trapped by desperation, shame, and the crushing weight of a broken samurai system. This is the true story of Ryuzo, a man who wasn't born a traitor but was shaped into one by the world around him. Now, long before the Mongols ever set foot on Tsushima, Jin Sakai and Ryuzo trained together. Though Ryuzo wasn't born into nobility like Jin, he was fiercely determined. The two sparred often, not just with swords, but in spirit. Jin even recalls how Ryuzo used to beat him in sparring, a memory tinged with both nostalgia and admiration. They weren't just fellow warriors, they were brothers in arms, bonded by fire and steel. But the world they lived in didn't treat them equally. While Jin had the comfort and stability of samurai lineage, Ryuzo had to claw for every scrap of respect. His status as Ronin leaving him constantly on the fringe. He may have been welcomed in training, but in society, he was still a man without a name. So, by the time the Mongols invade, Ryuzo is no longer a warrior of pride. He is the starving leader of the Straw Hat Ronin, a band of desperate men trying to survive in a world that no longer values them. The Straw Hats are hungry, cold, and forgotten. Their souls no longer protect, they beg for coin. When Jin first reunites with Ryuzo, we see a man who still tries to keep up appearance. He mocks Jin playfully, acts like old times, but there is a hardness in his eyes, years of resentment, pain, and shame boiling just beneath the surface. When Jin asks for his help, Ryuzo agrees, but only if Jin can feed his men. It is not loyalty he offers, it is a transaction for survival. This is the first clue that Ryuzo is a man cornered by life, a warrior who has long since stopped dreaming of honor. His only focus is his men and keeping them alive, even if it means working with the enemy. The defining moment of Ryuzo's arc comes when he sells out Jin to Khotun Khan. It is a gut punch not just to Jin, but to the player. We thought this was our friend, our brother, but Ryuzo chooses the Mongols. And why? Because Khotun Khan does what no samurai ever did. He feeds the Straw Hats. The Khan offers Ryuzo and his men food, shelter, and purpose, something Ryuzo's homeland never gave them. In his eyes, Jin's cause is noble but hopeless, and loyalty won't fill stomachs. Ryuzo's betrayal isn't born from hatred, it is born from survival instincts. In his mind, he is doing what needs to be done, not for himself, but for the only family he has left, the Straw Hats. Still, that doesn't make the betrayal any less painful. Jin trusted him. He believed there was still good in Ryuzo, but the path Ryuzo chose was one he believed couldn't be undone. So eventually, the conflict between them reaches its tragic climax. Jin and Ryuzo meet again, this time not as friends, but as enemies on opposite sides of a burning world. The duel is heartbreaking. Jin doesn't want to kill him. He gives Ryuzo chances to walk away to redeem himself, but Ryuzo refuses, not out of pride, but because he has already gone too far. He has made his choice. Betrayal has marked him, and even if he regrets it, there's no place left for him in Jin's world. He tells Jin, "Don't let me die like this," and in a moment of quiet mercy, Jin honors his request by ending his life with the dignity of a warrior. It's not a victory, it is a funeral. Now, Ryuzo isn't the game's main villain. He is not a monster like Khotun Khan. He is a man who who made a terrible choice and paid the price for it. In many ways, Ryuzo is a reflection of Tsushima itself, a land broken by war, left behind by honor, and forced to make ugly decisions to survive. His story shows us that betrayal isn't always rooted in malice. Sometimes it is rooted in hunger, despair, and a system that casts you aside long before you ever raised a sword. And that is why Ryuzo still lingers long after the credits roll, because he was more than just a traitor, he was a man failed by the very world he fought to protect. So that is it for today. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.